Ladies and gentlemen, you know what it is. Hip Hop Mike for HHM X Convos out here in Los Angeles. And I'm at the best place ever. I mean, this couch is so comfortable. I wish they would let me sleep in here. $4,000, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, this is the most expensive couch anybody's ever been interviewed on. We're doing it bigger than Between Two Ferns in this bit. And I am at Savon Limited in downtown Los Angeles. You can check them out on Instagram. But Savon Limited has a majestic array of couches and furniture and art and just everything. It's an amazing place, and I had an amazing time. I'm doing a bunch of interviews today. I have some great guests from the film background to the music background, fashion. I mean, the list goes on and on. We're gonna talk to a bunch of people on this luxurious furniture. I'm gonna try not to damage anything because I personally can't afford anything. But you know I got style and I eat really good quality food. Like, I have the best cookies in the game, and I also enjoy truffles. And I will say that this couch is as luxurious as the best truffle I've ever had. I definitely want to come back and buy some furniture once these interviews go viral and we make some money. So if you got money, come on down to Savon Unlimited in downtown Los Angeles, buy one of these couches, buy two of these couches. Matter of fact, furnish your whole home here, all right? And that being said, I got some people to talk to. Let's get to the interview. Shout out to Savon Unlimited. Yo, what's up? It's HHM Mike here, live in LA. I have a special guest. He's been on the world's biggest podcast. Now he's on the world's smallest. But he is a fucking big star because a lot of people people have been stopping you outside left and right. You're like famous out here.
Yeah, get off my nuts.
Jamar Neighbors is in the building. What's up,
Thank
bro?
you, man. I'm good, man.
Pleasure, man.
Hell yeah, man. It's good to be here on the world's nappiest couch.
Yo, thank you.
Damn.
It's luxury, you see that? It's like Pet the Fuzzy Wall. I don't know if you've seen that movie.
This shit make my back itch.
Oh, okay.
Nah, that's good. That's good.
Got my friend Rob over here. I don't know if y'all scratch each other's
What up,
back
Rob
inside.
Hayes? I see you over there.
So this came together because I have the most awkward friend in the world, Billy Jr. in New York, and he's like, "You're in LA. I'm gonna book some interviews for you." And he told me that you were available, and I couldn't even believe it because, like, literally, I just said you was just on the world's biggest podcast, which I'm sure comes with a lot of crazy shit.
Yeah, man. The women, man. The money, man. It's hard, man. Yeah, man. Nah, I mean, I'm available.
Okay, I love it. I appreciate it.
I'm free right now. I'm free enough to fuck with Mike, so you know.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, man. I mean, how you doing, dude?
I'm chilling, man. I feel just grateful, like, to even have the time. Like, I mean, I listened to your podcast with Rogan like a couple weeks ago, and just the story you got, bro, of like working your ass off to get your name on there, and then for the place to shut the fuck down. It felt like Hot 97 felt to me.
Yeah, Hot 97 not going on no more?
Not everything's done. I got clipped. It's like coronavirus peace.
Oh, what? That's Funk Flex shit, right?
Yeah. That's.
Oh fuck, man.
It's basically.
I knew shit was going south, man, when I saw him getting cut up under the knife.
Oh, yeah,
you saw that? I was
did.
like, dude, it ain't gonna be the same with skinny Funk Flex.
Nah, not at all. It's a hella funny. But
What they do with that bag of Funk Flex fat?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Can you ask him when you see him? What did they do?
I'll
with
ask
that?
him. He's not gonna tell me. I wonder if another DJ was like, "Yo, I'll take that fat and I'll use that to be the next."
That
like
bag of stank.
Oh man, well we got to talk about that joke too, because I see you got cards out here available for $50. I feel like I don't know
what joke. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because I was talking about how man, I had some joke. It was old as fuck. I can't believe I even brought it back. I was just talking about how like I got in trouble like when I was like a younger comic for just telling the audience that my grandma used to make me smell her pussy when I got bad grades or whatever. And it's not true. What the fuck does that mean?
Not true.
It's only like true.
It sounded sketchy. I'm not even gonna...
Nah, man. But then people was like, "Oh my God, you gotta bring back that bitch." And I was like, when I was doing it, it wasn't even a complete bit, but I just think they heard grandma pussy and then they just went crazy. And I was like, well, let me capitalize on this and make some prints of grandma pussy postcards. And people was buying them and shit like the dummies that they are out there. No, they support. They support.
I wasn't buy one. I was just
it's scratch and sniff too. So
oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you sell them in Ziplocs, I'll take one of them.
Yeah, man. I also got some grandma stank pussy incense out there, man. Yeah, man. They smell better than them Badu incense.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sorry, Badu.
Dude, man. Hey, what are you gonna do for Bobby Smurder's freedom?
I guess this. I was like,
dude,
Bobby didn't call me.
Oh, nah?
Nah, he was difficult to get.
Man, I'm gonna go out there and catch a body.
Like a week ago?
Like a week ago, and I'm gonna throw this in the air and then just leave it out. Leave it up there.
Questions. I got questions for you about Grandma too, because you talked about how Grandma was the only person that was coming out. Like, you like, how many shows can I bring her to that I need to bring the audience members?
What you mean?
You was talking about when you first got started with comedy, they would book you based on how many people you could bring.
Oh, yeah. Because they would make us do these bringer shows, they call them. It's like, hey, you can go up if you bring 15 people.
All right.
And so I didn't know 15 people and shit like that. Like, I don't got 15 friends.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? I just got 15 followers on my Instagram and shit, man. But yeah, man. And so I used to do a lot of those bringer shows and shit, and I would never ever bring anybody, but I would always tell them that I'm gonna bring somebody. And then so they start getting on my head about it, and so I started trying to get my grandma and shit out the house. Like, grandma, like, bitch, come to my fucking show.
Bring that stank pussy.
Bring that stank pussy. Get that stank pussy off the couch and bring that shit down here to the show so I can go up. She ain't never been to one fucking show, man.
No, the disrespect.
Yeah, man. It's all good, though.
How do you get started in comedy? Like, because I don't know shit about comedy. I appreciate the funny, but the game seems very interesting.
I don't know, like... Okay, so, because I was confused, too, like, when I had first started, because I used to, like, write jokes, like, when in high school and stuff, because I always, like, knew I wanted to be a comic. And then my homies, I remember them fools was like, yo, man, so how you gonna get started doing comedy? You know, same question you just asked. And I was like, I don't know. Where do you go to be funny? And I was like, I don't know. Maybe I'll go to clown school or something, you know? And then my friend who was a comic, who was actually doing comedy in high school, he was like, nah, man, you just go to an open mic. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'll just go to an open mic. And so then, so you go online or whatever and see what open mics are available. Like, where can I get up and just try my stuff out? You know, and then I saw this competition for BET called Coming to the Stage. It was like my very first, like, me on stage, and I was like, I'll go to that. So it wasn't an open mic. It was more of like an open audition to get on television.
Okay.
And then so I was like, yeah, I'll go to that. And then I cut school or whatever to go to that shit. And then that was my very first time, like doing stand up, like on a stage.
Did you like prep? Like, you knew how to kind of structure jokes? And
no, man.
You just went up and was talking hella shit.
Hell yeah. I said some shit like, I think I was talking about how like, like the crackheads and shit in my neighborhood, because I really did. I lived off like 42nd and Western, and it was like, it'd be like hella crackheads and prostitute on that strip. And so I was just talking about how, like, I was like, I think I said some shit like, crackheads will sell you any piece of shit. And I was like, no, literally, man. The guy handed me a piece of shit. And I bought it because I wanted to support. You know, like and then that was like the only good joke I had. And then so after that, I was still up there and I still had time to kill. So I just took the microphone stand and I just started like jumping rope with that shit. And then and I did that shit for like the rest of the 2 minutes. And the people were in the back throwing me the light and shit. Like, get the fuck off stage, man. Get this nigga at.
Fucking up the equipment.
Yeah, swear to God. And then so that was like my very first time like on stage, like on a comedy stage. But yeah, that's how I got started.
I see you do art also?
Yeah, I can draw my ass off, man.
Did you do that before comedy or like?
Yeah. You know how like when you like younger, it's a little thing that you do, but you don't really like think like that it's a thing or whatever. So like, yeah, I used to like draw and shit. I used to be in like art class in like high school and stuff. And I used to just draw and like I know I seem extroverted, but I'm really like an introvert. So I would stay in my motherfucking house. Like if I didn't go out like with my like square ass friends and shit, I would stay in my house and draw and shit. And like, you know, I used to make clothes and stuff, and people would pay me to draw on their clothes. Like I used to draw like Marvin the Martian and shit all over people's clothes, and motherfuckers paid me like $75 like for some dope ass pants that I drew on.
Flex would have bought them shits. Them lot 29.
Yep.
Oh, I mean, to start out, because I know you talking about being from the hood and all, being somebody who's funny and artistic, to get to the point where you're at now, like, do you talk to people that's from the hood? Do they understand like the impact that you've made in the comedy world, being on TV, or are they just like, let me hold some money?
Nah. They can't hold no money because we ain't got the money yet. I'm like, we getting all of this stuff right now.
Gosh,
you know what I'm saying?
Some, like expensive couches.
Yeah. But but I don't think that they really see it like that. Like they just be like, oh, all right, that's just Jamar.
Gotcha.
You know, like they just like, you know, like, but to everybody else, it's like, nigga, you was a crack baby and now you on TV. It's like entertainers, like fellow entertainers think that's marvelous, but like niggas where I'm from, they just be like, yeah, man, that's what's up, nigga. Your lips is still pink as fuck and stupid looking. And when you gonna fix your fucking teeth? He ain't got the money. He ain't got it. My little brother called me he's supposed to be happy for me. He in jail.
Okay.
We write like back and forth.
He'd be happy
and
for
stuff.
you there too,
bro. I be thinking that he gonna be happy for me because I be like sending him money and I be like sending him shoes and shit. That nigga don't give a fuck about me. He was like, what are you doing right now? And I said, oh, I'm spray painting a mohawk orange. You know, I was actually doing this mohawk while I was talking to this nigga. And then he was like, oh, I see you still out there selling out.
Damn, the disrespect.
Right. From a nigga behind bars. You know, much love to you. You know what I'm saying? But that was disrespectful, nigga, if you ever watched this. But I love you to pieces. But and then I was like, my big brother kick in. Are you a big brother to anybody?
Yeah, I have a sister, but I think it's the same way. She's like, why the fuck you doing radio for? Like she works at a hospital.
Right. So I'm a big brother, so my big brother mind kick in and shit like that. And so you like punk him and shit. So, but he's behind bars, so I was up to like, what I say? I said, listen, man, if you disrespect me like that again, I'ma murder somebody just so I can get 27 years to whoop your ass for 27 years straight.
Be done.
Like,
you shit.
Like, nah, I love that nigga, but nah, that shit don't. Yeah.
So I mean, because I watched the Rogan with you were talking about Comedy Store.
Being
in there, I'm sure you came across him a couple times.
Rogan? Yeah. Rogan's lit.
Was it like, did you know the impact that happens? Like, what's that called? Like that they ask you to be on a podcast like that? Because that's not some shit that a publicist could just finesse you into. It feels like do you know instantly like there's about to be bitches throwing themselves at me? Like, no, not like I do some shit and then I forget. Like I said, like I do some shit and I forget about it. Okay. Like I forget that I even done it. Like I got stopped. I really did get stopped like 3 times like today. And but they'd be like, oh dude, did Jamar? And I'd be like, what I do? Because I'm also from out here in LA. So when somebody stopped me, I think they just know Jamar and stuff. And but it was like, nah, man, I just saw you on Rogan. I was like, oh yeah, man, I did that shit like 3 years ago. I mean, 3 weeks ago. Y'all still talking about that? You know, but yeah, so I don't think about like, oh, it's impactful. I just do it and then I kind of like move on. But when I got the call, I was excited. I actually, I was very fucking excited because I had been mentioned on the podcast like a few times, and I was actually on that podcast in 2018 with my boy Gerard. But it wasn't my solo album. I mean, it wasn't my solo shit. It was just like I was just there with the homies. So. Yeah, so for me to get my own solo joint is fucking mad love. And so shout out to Joe, man, for letting me do that. So yeah, because I assume, I don't know, if you see people all the time, like people ask me about radio, they're like, oh, you know Flex? I'm like, yeah, I know Flex is regular, he getting lipo and shit. Like,
yeah.
But then other people, they put so much value in that. And like, I know you talking about getting your name up at the Comedy Store, that was the big thing for you.
Yeah, at that point, that was the big thing. And then like, getting in movies and shit, that was the next big thing. And then on TV, that's the next big thing. The Rogan podcast, that's the next big thing. And so you do it, and then you just move on, because if you rest on that, then that's where you live.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Did you ever have like any sort of goal or like something that you imagined? Like I always thought, like I never thought I was gonna do radio. I was a barber and shit, and it kind of chose me. Like, did you always want to be on film or stand up, or what was it?
Yep.
You knew.
Like I when I was a kid, I was like real bad. I was like a badass, like mischievous kid and
You
shit.
was
Like
hanging out with these crackheads.
yeah, right? Right. I know every crackhead that live out here in downtown. Reggie, what up?
Yo, Jamar.
Nah. But I was like a real fucking bad kid, man. And so I was hyper and shit, like really hyperactive, like in elementary. And so I remember seeing my very first. It was a Cinco de Mayo. I was probably in first grade.
Okay.
Yeah, very fucking hyper, very mad. You couldn't get me to sit still. And so we went to a Cinco de Mayo play at the school in the auditorium. And so I didn't even know what the fuck we was coming for or whatever. All the kids had to go to the auditorium to watch the thing. And then so I'm there and I'm watching everything that's going on and shit like that. These little Mexican kids dancing and being on stage and getting all this motherfucking attention, right? And I was sitting there like,
Well, you look so bitter for Jamar.
I should be up there. Cha-chaing with those Mexicans. I should be up there. And then so that was like a little bit of the bug where it's like, man, but really I was just like, man, what the fuck is that? I want to be up there. Like that looks cool. Like, how do I get up there? I gotta be Mexican, or I gotta wait till Cinco de Mayo to get on stage and
Figure it out.
yeah, man. So there was like little clues as to like little shit like that.
What's the ultimate goal? Like, is it to do bigger specials? Like, what defines you, I guess, as a comedian? What point do you settle and say, like, all right, I'm cool?
Well, I have God laughs at your plans, but I have plans to be in movies and make movies and shit with my friends. Hopefully we can do that and do stand-up comedy specials and make black comedy punk rock.
Hey.
Nah, yeah, man, and do my own little stand-up comedy specials, man. But I said I may do one or two, and then after that, man, I'm just gonna go ahead and just do the movies and shit. That's my plan and shit. But you know what I'm saying, again, God laughs at the plan, so
Well, I know you said on Rogan again, it's just like the wave was one of the most fun things that you ever done,
yeah.
and it seems so simple, like.
Yeah, bro. Look, so I want to do that. I would like to do silly shit like that, but like on film. You know what I'm saying? Like with my friends, it's like that's the like being that like put film in that silly ass space and stuff, because I haven't seen it in that space in a while, where like the irreverent silly shit or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like and we need like new faces in film and stuff.
For sure.
Like Mines and you know Jeremiah Watkins and Willie like the Wave people and or whoever else I fucking work with, man. So you know that's the plan and stuff, and I wouldn't mind doing some TV too, you know.
Okay.
I'm out here to work, you know. So yeah.
I love it. Do you still live in the hood, or do you move out of the hood now?
Nah, man. I live in Hollywood.
All right.
But you got the Citizens app?
I do. Is it
that shit, like I always think I'm lit. You know what I'm saying? I always think I'm lit and I got hella text messages, but it's really the Citizens app going off telling me that somebody else got shot, nigga, outside of my damn apartment and stuff. So it's kind of like I still live in the hood, but you know what I'm saying? There's an ice cream shop across the street that I can go to.
I feel like you need to be careful out here, because I remember you talking about on the podcast too about outside your hotel in Austin there was a shooting.
Bro.
Shootings following you, bro.
It's
fucked up.
Yeah, they looking for me.
That's fucked up.
They looking for me.
I feel like you're a recognizable guy.
Nah, man. I put a hat and I put a mask on, bro.
Got you.
And I just keep it pushing. I put the muscles up and I keep it pushing.
Did anybody send you mohawks after your Rogan appearance?
Nah. People were just making suggestions as to like what colors like I should do. Like I got a purple one, I got a gold one, and I'm about to spray paint. Bro, well, I should ask you. Should I spray paint? Should I make one silver or should I make one hot pink?
I like the hot pink.
Hot pink?
I don't know. The silver is kind of punk rock though.
It is. Well, I said I'm trying to make black comedy punk rock, so you know, like I don't know, but maybe we'll just do both.
All right. Well, listen, if you need a hand with the paint, we'll just buy a bunch of mohawks.
Yeah. And you a barber, bro, so you already know all about hair. I wish I could grow this shit out, man, but this ain't.
Me too. I don't got it.
Bro, I should get you a mohawk.
I'll get a mohawk.
All right. You think I'm lying, but I'm gonna hit you
No,
up
you
like
think
yo,
I'm
Mike.
lying? I will dead ass like.
Hey, yo, I'm gonna have everybody in the entertainment industry who bald, nigga, just with a fucking mohawk. Jamar said it's cool.
I'm gonna be out in New York in the fucking cold, out here. They gonna be like, "You Jamar?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm Hip Hop Mike," but he put me on and shit. Where can people keep up with you at? What should they be checking for? What's to come?
Okay, so I have where's Rob Hayes? Is he?
Rob is on the most comfortable couch in this.
I'll let you have it. No,
oh y'all.
No, we had a little inside joke, but nah, man. But I'm gonna be in Austin Texas all month running my apartment shows.
I didn't even ask about the apartment shows. You started that out here, right?
Yeah, I started that shit outside of out in my apartment. Rob's done them. And, you know, they would pack out and shit, and so I took that shit to Austin just to run it out there, and then that shit got shouted out on Rogan and stuff, and so now I'm doing it, just running a stand-up show out in Austin. I'm doing it every single Tuesday in March. So you can get tickets on Eventbrite. You can hit me up on Instagram at Jamar_Neighbors. And my Twitter is Jamar Malachi, Malachi, and everything is there. And I also have a podcast as well called Jamar's Neighborhood that I haven't done in a year.
Really? Just when you feel like it?
I'm like, yeah, man, it's when I feel like it. But there's 5 episodes. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, man, and my OnlyFans, dude. I have an OnlyFans, man, where I got pictures of just my feet. And
I did see an Instagram post. It was just like your chest, and it said horny.
Yeah. I'm usually in a horny state.
Sex symbol.
Yeah, sex symbol.
That's a great transition to my last question. How do you know Billy Jr.?
I don't know, nigga. I forgot who the fuck that. No.
It's very forgettable.
No. I met Billy. In New York, man. He was like real cool, and he dug my vibe, and I dug his. Like, he's a really cool guy,
awesome.
Man. Yeah, very sweet kid.
Good shit.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate you
I
coming
gotta go.
Man.
Damn.
Well, I mean, you can hang out if you gotta ask Rob, honestly.
Nah, man. Let's Rob let Rob get his time, man. Thank you, man. This is so fucking fun, Hot Mike, man.
Bro, thank you, bro, for
yeah,
real.
Man.
It's been a pleasure.
Yes, sir, man. God bless you, man.
Till next time.
Yep. We gonna keep it fun.